Yes, people, before we start, you know what you need to do. Hit those buttons down below, hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please, people, help me get up to 100 subscribers. I'm not far off from that. Come on, people, you know what to do. Hit those buttons. Yes, people, it's yours and truly L to the A to the Z to the E to the R, LFC. Liverpool today have just beaten Aston Villa by 2-1. Goals coming from Trent Alexander, Arnold. The Scouser in our team, is Alexander Arnold, it's Alexander Arnold. The Scouser in our team. Yes, I'm so made up for Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's come under so much criticism and under fire of late. Being dropped from the England squad, his performances haven't been great. He's had a poor season by his standards, but I'm so made up for him. It was a huge goal and a huge 3 points for Liverpool. It keeps us in the hunt for top four. We're right in there. And for one, I hope Liverpool do make it, I've counted them out numerous times of late, especially during our horrendous run. We went on of losing 6 games on the trot at Anfield. There's still a chance for us. It's still going to be hard. We still got work to do, but we're in with a shout. Anyway, people, Liverpool have beaten Aston Villa by 2-1. Aston Villa have taken the lead for the run of play just before half-time with a goal by Ollie Watkins. And then Roberto Firmino looked to pull one back quickly, but it was disallowed for VAR. The same old story, faffing around with the lines, wondering if it's going to be, a fraction offside or a fraction onside. For me personally, they should always give the benefit of the doubt to their attackers. It's spoiling the beauty of the game, spoiling the enjoyment of the game, slowing the game down. It's not what we want, man. They've got to get rid of it. They've got to sort it out, man. I do not like VAR one bit. Liverpool trailed by a 0 at half-time, and I thought to myself, it's the same old story. Here we go again. We're down to another goal. Before the break, are we going to lose 7 league games on a trot? I'm thinking, bloody hell, come on, Liverpool, sort this shit out. Like I said previously, it wasn't about performances for me. It was just about getting the job done. So we go into the break, a goal down, to Aston Villa. We come out. There was more intensity in our play, more sharpness. And then we get a goal from Salah. It was a rebound. I think it was a save for Martinez, and he's headed it in. I thought, yes, we've leveled it up. And the game went on for long, and I thought, oh, please, a draw's not going to be good enough for us, man. We need to get a win. And then Trent Alexander-Arnold pops up with that, right at the death, And I think bringing on Shaq helped because he made things happen. He was driving on that right-hand side of the pitch. He was cutting in, and he made things happen. He got his ball in. He whipped the cross in. It was, I can't remember who exactly taken the shot or headed it, but I remember Martinez making a good save. It's landed at Trent Alexander's feet. The Aston Villa players and defenders gave him all the time in the world. He wasn't closed down quick enough, but you know what? I don't give a shit. It works in our favour. Beautifully taken by Trent, and it's in the back of the net, and we go 2-1 up, and I'm thinking, yes, much needed. Our season's still there to be saved because it's been a mess of a season. We can still save our season. It's a big, massive 3 points, in the grand scheme of things. But for me, I'm going to call out a few players and performances. Gini Wijnaldum didn't have a good game today, especially in the first half. I've tried to hold back now for so long. He was poor, very sloppy. It looked like his head wasn't in the game. Very lethargic as well. There was no urgency for him. There was no intensity. Like he was going through the emotions. And as I've stated before, I don't know if that's to do with his head being elsewhere, the Barcelona debacle, the Contra situation. If he keeps on playing like that, he carries on like that, Barcelona ain't going to take him. They ain't going to get the deal he wants, so he needs to buck up his ideas fast, remain professional, still playing for Liverpool Football Club, and carry on and do his job until the end of the season, because like I said as well, in my previous review, he was terrible against Real Madrid. I would drop him against Real Madrid this coming Wednesday, and I will start James Milner because him, Millie is a model pro. He always gives it his all, gives it his best every time he takes to the pitch. There's a few games where you can think, see yourself, nah, he wasn't good, he was miles off it, because let's face it, his legs are gone. He's an old man in terms of the footballing world. What is he, 35, 36 years of age? He's been there, done it. He's played for Leeds United, Aston Villa, Newcastle United, Manchester City. He's come to us in 2015. He's won every trophy, every major trophy at club level. He is a leader, and that's what we're going to need. We're going to need leaders against Real Madrid this coming Wednesday. And that's why I'm sad that Hendo's not there, because he will not allow nonsense to happen. Like, I couldn't give a damn now, man. You're playing for Liverpool FC. You're playing for the badge. You're playing for the club. It's a massive club, and you got to give it your all every time you take to that pitch. And for me, the last couple of games, Gini hasn't done that, man. So that's my take on it. I think he should be dropped. If you go back to the Barcelona game when we won 4-0 at Anfield, he didn't start that game. Yes, he came off the bench and he made a huge impact, but it was Milner that actually started that game, and then he was moved over to the left because Robinson suffered an injury in that game, if you can remember. But anyway, he didn't have a good game today. And then when Thiago came on, you could see the levels, that he brought to the team. The intensity was there, the desire was there, the commitment was there. You know what I mean? He was giving it his all. And he hasn't had a great season, to be honest, but he was doing, he was making things happen. He was just giving it his all, what Gini lacked for me. So, I want to see in the Real Madrid game, I want to see Thiago, Milner and Fab. I really want to see Fab at the base of midfield. I don't want Jurgen Klopp to do any tinkering and messing about and trying to shift Fab into defence, and changing it all up. Just leave it as that. And we're just going to have to just take the risk, take the gamble. We're going to have to play Kabak and Phillips against Real Madrid. We're going to have to do that. Going on to them, I felt that Phillips was his usual self, winning those aerial balls, getting stuck in, diving in, getting his head to the balls, winning his battles, winning his duels, but I thought Kabak was trying, but he was getting turned a lot. I remember there was the first opening 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and it's like he gave away a corner. I thought, don't tell me it's going to be a penalty. To slow down the play, and I thought, please don't start doing this VAR business. So it was a corner to Villa. That was right at the start of the game. It's like he gets caught, he's flat-footed, and it's almost like, I've stated this before, he lacks mobility for the age he is. He plays like he's an older player. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if he's going to, learn that side of his game, because he gets caught out quite a lot on the turn for me. And I know Real Madrid are going to be targeting. We've got to be very careful. We've got to drop many yards deeper. We cannot play the high line, because in a few periods of the game, we can see we were trying to up the intensity and the urgency to get that goal. You can see the boys were sensing the need to score before the break, before Aston Villa taking the lead. And we were high up the pitch, man. We were really pressing high, and I thought, nah, man, we're going to be careful here, because Aston Villa float one over the top. We're wounded. Trezeguet was trying his hardest, as usual, targeting our right-hand side. And sometimes it was working, sometimes it wasn't, and it was going out for a throw. You can see what Villa were doing. So, going in for the Real Madrid game, Real Madrid know exactly what they need to do. They will just allow us to have the ball. I think they're going to gauge the opening stages, see what we're about, gauge our body language. And, for them, they don't need to force the issue, so we've got to be very careful. Firmino had a good game, surprisingly, today. I thought Bobby was good today, man. He was trying his best. I think he had a chance where he had a shot. There was a moment where he had a shot, but it didn't quite pull it off. But it was much better than previous games, man. I thought, actually, it was actually better than Jota today. For me, it wasn't really coming off for Jota today. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if we should start Firmino midweek against Madrid and maybe make Jota come off the bench, if need be, as an impact sub, as our wild card. I think it was the right decision as well, dropping Mane, the birthday boy, because, he's come under a lot of fire of late. He wasn't his usual self, so I think it was the right decision. But when he came on, he didn't really make things happen initially, but it was more towards the end of the game. I found that he was coming deep a lot, and it was on the right-hand side as well a lot. I was thinking, what's going on here? He was sort of floating around the pitch. It's your boy, Mr. Lazer. Big up all the Liverpool supporters and fans and all the community. God.